Gold continues to push higher here. Everything else is just stalling. Trying to figure out what to do. Eventually, gold, but for whatever reason, gold continued to rally, and equities kind of followed it. Why? I could not tell you. Is there actually something there? Couldn't tell you that either. Just something I noticed. 4807. New highs in gold. Crude beneath $100. Crude just stalls out for like 2-3 seconds. 4808. New highs gold.
Here goes equities. Here goes equities.
Gold, man. It's wild. I don't get it.
All right, I'm gonna just get out of this.
Yeah.
Gonna get out of it.
Yeah.
Got the loss. Move on. No
Jesus.
buyers.
Even that $1.50 pop, man. $1.50 popping crude there. We're trading $98.50. Bam, we're trading $100. Sold off like a couple points in the equities. Dow still lagging behind the ES and Q. Jack's fighting a good fight. Hang in there, Jack. Not sure what the headline needs to look like, but
I'm not.
you hear the tone.
I'm not. I'm just hoping we can hold. We still have positive gamma right above the highs here.
New highs gold.
If I get wicked out, it could be for all of all the short salvation in the chat.
No, fight the good fight. You see what these headlines trickling in are from them. Oh, they're doing it in crude now. Sam's in crude now too.
Yeah, we might just be back and forth.
No, new highs gold. 48.10.
New highs NASDAQ maybe?
That's something. Sam's new highs gold. Selling off there it is. Where's the headline? You mother.
Isn't high enough? I'd put it higher. You're probably right though.
New highs.
How much do I got?
New highs ES. New highs ES. Yeah. Where's that?
New highs NASDAQ.
Not quite yet. Or MES, we didn't get it yet.
New highs NQ. Oh yeah, you're right. We did not quite get there. New highs 24,290.
My
Let me chat. Oh man. The chat bots are back. Absolutely great to see. New prize in the NQ. New highs in the NQ.
Intel's up 10%.
Let's go tech. Tech.
Wow.
Don't give a bleep. Don't give a bleep about the Middle East. And got some rejection there to the upside. Man, oh man, oh man. We got a couple minutes here left in fast markets. We're just getting started. What else do we have on the schedule? Nothing, but we're starting to see some more chatter coming out from the president regarding just how negotiations and communication are going. About, including the vice president, some of the negotiations as well. Cut ourselves off. Get crickets. I see crickets is back.
Crickets.
Crickets, you're back. Just trade's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah, everything is kind of ground to a halt.
It's just. I got the EIA. I got the crude inventory numbers. They just popped up again on my.
Right, I am short gold here at 48.06. Looking for a retest of 4,800. Looking for that 3-bar reversal, that these ejections of these 4,800s.
Okay. What price you get? 10s? And
No,
then
oh 6. I'm
02.
gonna add again if we break below 05.
Okay.
This might be a quick one as well. Looking for a retest
Even
of
the markets don't
4,800.
even these markets don't believe their own moves. Just
Mm-hmm.
like, we're going this way? I don't think so. I think it's turning around. I don't like this direction either. Turn it around. And there's a new. Looked like some buyers wanted to jump in there and crude. New 5 minute just closed. New 5 minute just opened. $99.64. Last trade. Last trade. Yeah. Man, that was a bad joke. That was a really, really bad joke. It looks like you found your buddy. Looks like you found your buddy, your pen pal, your chat buddy to emojis. Something. I don't know. That was bad, man. That was lame. That was one of the lamest jokes I've ever seen. Do
What
better.
happened?
Nothing. You're short. Nothing. We got 24,000. 266 last trade in Q and QES 66.35.
Crude 99.68.
Ooh, gold.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
50-50 on the tilt.
40 on this.
Auxiliary chat. Absolutely. The maniacs are back. Absolutely love you. Got passion.
Yeah.
The absolute, the passion, the energy to just want to trade these markets and absolutely get your hands dirty because there is opportunity. Absolutely cooking. Where the market goes, no one knows. Why is it stalling out? I thought
Tonight's gonna be a spicy one.
yeah. What do we got? What do we got?
Coach Jay, it's Wednesday, so Coach Jay's gonna be joining me. We had a really special one last night with Coach Jay and Braden. It was
Yeah, we got today.
all three of us. This is a good one. I think we might do it again if the community's wanting it.
Nice.
Okay, again, 7 p.m.
Star-studded affair.
Indeed, heavy hitters. Amigos were on there yesterday. And it's gotten very quiet. Headlines, we are just holding here. Even the markets are like, are you sure we should be up here? Yo, what are we doing here? How do we get here?
How do we get
Talking
it?
equities. How do we do this to ourselves? We got the NQ trading. 24,274. 16
We're making it
minutes. Oh, yeah. Hey,
back up to
Dakota, Trump speech. Will you guys be covering that? I know it's at 8 p.m. Central. Will you guys?
Yeah,
What are you
it's
guys
gonna
gonna
be on
handle?
when we're on. We're gonna obviously I'm a trader. I'm gonna be focused on the markets first. I don't listen
Don't
to
those go hand in
it
hand?
personally. I'll get the
I'm sorry.
headlines. We'll get the headlines and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, okay.
But
Fair enough.
I say this all the time. We trade what we see, not what we
Oh,
think.
here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of this. I'm gonna get out.
Trading what we think's heck yeah. New highs gold. What the hell is going on?
Hmm.
Volatility tonight. Yeah. Volatility
Man.
every
Yeah.
day this week.
And it just stalls out here. Okay. How about this? Let's all right. Hey, JD, come on in, man. We've been seeing some big numbers in the P&Ls and payouts day in, day out. Hit me with some more. I know you got it. What's up, JD?
You want big numbers? What's up? You want big numbers? We got some big numbers. Let's take a look at those top 5 live funded payouts and P&Ls from yesterday. Starting with the P&Ls. Up at the top, $54,143 trading the NASDAQ in a 150K live funded account. 17 winning days in the live funded account for how? No payouts yet. Come on, man. Go get that money. Gaitan, $40,105 and a 50K LFA trading the NASDAQ Micro Bitcoin and the Nikkei. 2 more winning days till payout eligibility for Gaitan. Again, go get that money. John W, 33,984 and a 50K LFA trading the NASDAQ and Micro NASDAQ. 6 winning days, also ready for a payout. Let's go, guys. A lot of people ready for payouts, not taking them. What are you waiting for? Key, 32,577, 150K LFA trading the NASDAQ or Micro NASDAQ, $37,000 in payout so far this year. Great first quarter for Key. Han Yuan, 26,940 and a 150K LFA trading the NASDAQ and Micro NASDAQ. Also needs just 2 more winning days to get that payout eligibility. Big shout out to all these live funded traders making all the right moves. But let's take some more payouts, guys. You got to pay yourself. Don't forget that. That's what we're ultimately here for. All right. Speaking of payouts, here are some payout numbers. Up at the top, Jason, 29,797. Durham, 26,127. Joshua, $17,070. Adam F, 16,986. And Joshua D, 16,747. All of these traders lining their pockets with that hard-earned money from the live funded account. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. I'll kick it back to
Love
you.
it, GD.
Someone
big numbers,
trading
GD.
the Nikkei. Someone's trading the Nikkei.
That was
Man.
you,
Really?
Dakota. That was Mr.
Yeah.
Dakota. Look at that.
That was-
Let's take a look here. What's going on in the NQ? NQ did just pop 24,302. Thank you, Andrew. Stayed there. Just new highs there. We got the ES new highs.
We got new
Almost.
highs. We got right
Did
right
we?
to 6,600. So this is like in the SPX. This is where you got to find some resistance.
Looking at the ES chart here. Yeah, it back up to the upper end of the range. We are above initial balance high by a few ticks there, 66.40. Let's take a look at the old NQ. NQ did just pop some new highs there. Looks like some stops perhaps did go off as we're trading 24,000. 302. Let's trade 24,290. And what's the range? What do we got for the range today? We're looking at a only 290 point range. I don't know if the conviction is there. Keep pushing this thing higher. We'll selling here. Are we still in these shorts?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
We're not risking very much.
Or not.
Nice.
Stay short.
Maybe I
Stay
should have
short.
waited until we got closer to that 6,600, but
You see my chair?
whatever.
Here's all right. Are the tops in? Are the tops? Something's changed. Yesterday, something changed. The natural bid is kind of back.
Well,
back.
I think it was a lot of quarterly rebalancing.
You think that's what had to? That's what part of it was as well. Okay.
Oh yeah, for
What's
sure.
this?
I mean,
what's this?
you saw those huge MOC numbers and stuff too. I mean, it's been a while since we've had a quarter where the stocks have been down. So
That's true. That's true. 50-50 on the tilt again. In terms of economic on the calendar, pretty quiet. However, I'm not even sure that we had those economic speakers, we had those Fed speakers. Didn't really do too much in terms of the markets. They're saying that inflation is going to be sticky for higher for longer. We're seeing now back up to 100 here in crude. This is where I get caught. This is where
Are they still expecting rate hikes? Maybe a small
This is where I
chance
catch
of
it.
rate hikes, or is
very
that gone
small
now?
percent. I checked
right.
yesterday, and it was like a 2% chance for a hike of a 0.25% in aggregate by December.
Okay. Oh, so
You guys want to watch me piss away all the green? Or sorry, you guys want to watch me?
love
Sorry.
yeah.
Wow.
It's like me.
We're on here.
I'm built this gold short still. I'm looking for it to return back to 4,800. Now short 3 contracts.
Sorry.
Risking 88 ticks.
Hey, crude. $100.06. Last trade, $100 and my bad. Gold don't go lower, even if crude pops. The equities are just just being very, very stubborn. Don't forget
2.85% here in gold.
There's another pop in crude, $100.13. Up at the highs in the equities.
Yeah, I like a retest of 4,800.
Damn, I can't do it with gold. Don't forget, oh yeah, Antonio, Jay, and Dolby be on Power Players after the morning highlights. Of course, we got group coaching after that. Group coaching, get those questions in for Gabe, D, and Hoop.
Man, CL's still above 100 again.
Hammer this thing. All right, see what crude wants to do. You know, if crude
back above 100. What's the equities doing?
Crude kind of rolling over. If crude just kind of grinding higher without the headline, doesn't really have the impact on the equities. I'm just trying to figure out why the hell the equities aren't going lower.
Anticipation for Trump tonight?
I would, yes. I think the
Maybe
good old
some
boys are
enterprising people already know.
That's one way. Yeah, I think the good old boys.
That was a good
liking these
perhaps call.
These prices are. All right, 5 minutes left. I want to take the short with you guys. I want to take the short with you, but new highs gold. Can't do it.
Yeah, gold hanging out here.
I don't know.
Oh, there's a little bit of something. A little bit of something here.
I don't know. That's why isn't gold. I don't know. I'm short circuiting. I'm short circuiting, man. I don't know. It used to. It was for different reasons. It was for all these funds were puking. No, it's not lying.
Almost got to that 10% off the SPX overnight.
Yeah, come on. What reason would we have to go lower? We are in talks for ceasefire currently. That's not bearish. Our side is in talks for ceasefire. If you heard the other side saying quite the contrary.
So, yeah,
two sides above 100. And then there's actually three parties involved, if not more. Crude's gone. So keep those eyes and ears open. Come on. Oh, another pop there in crude, $100.22.
Yeah. Crude's still down 1%, so I can see crude getting back to 101.
Stock's trying to push even higher. Do I still got this? Still?
Have we
some options hedging?
Is our side? It's a two-way street.
Stay away from that one.
$100.25. Last trade in again, yeah, power players. Antonio. Oh. I don't know, Brock. Trust me, I don't know. We're all thinking the same thing.
We're watching it. We're watching it.
Get Shork. We need Shork in here.
Save us, Shork.
Shork. What should we be doing
Short
here?
Or shorts? We need the shorts in here.
Even Shork. Gold. Down ticking 50-50. Tilt's been 50-50 pretty much throughout. I do understand why. No one knows what the hell's going on. And there you go. They just sold deal. Yeah. Sold.
You got your new highs.
You got your new highs. Good job. You sold crude.
There's 6,600 in the SPX.
Wow. Well
NASDAQ
done.
300.
Zombie rally engaged. Zombie rally. All right, I'm looking for longs. I got to reprogram my entire brain. I got to rewire everything now. It's watch gold, watch equities. All right, guys, we'll wrap this thing up. Dakota, we're going to see you on slow markets later on today with you, President. But Jack, fantastic stuff as always.
Well,
we're going to find out.
Not the best so far, but we'll find out.
We will find out. Stay tuned to find out. All right, we got starting to see some headlines leaking. We are starting to see gradual trend day. Buy the pullbacks, buy the dip, BTFD, Dakota, fantastic stuff. Top Step TV, let's go. Market's just getting started. Come on.
All right. And it is time for the morning highlights. Hopefully, you're having a good trading day. I know it's been a very interesting trading day here on Top Step TV. A couple of really great guests this morning during opening call and fast markets. Uh, Everybody got a little bit smarter today. That's a good thing. And hopefully, as always, you see a lot of green on your screen. As always, we're going to check the opening range trades. We did take one in gold this morning as we were leaving fast markets, we saw that Dakota was holding into a short and getting pretty close to his stop level there. We'll maybe have Dakota update us on that trade in the chat as we continue on through this. We'll see how he's doing. But as always, thinking in context, and we've got a little bit of a trend to the upside going. Overnight inventory was long. And again, overnight inventory is when overnight price leaves the previous day's range and continues in one direction. And those overnight longs are continuing to get paid. Well, let's take a look at this on the 5-minute chart. Take a look at the opening range trade and see where we are at with Dakota's trade. So the opening range triggered us into a short. We were short one. We were kind of a big range on that. So we just took one micro of 47.5990 was our entry level, and the market did pay us. It maybe got almost to 1-to-1, so we moved our stop to break even, and we took that stop at break even. I think we actually made a buck on that one, but it was a good out because it did end up taking out the other extreme of the opening range to a significant level that would have stopped us out altogether on that trade. So good out on that. Dakota, we have him short one, 48.06 and change, just getting relatively close to his stop limit or his stop order here. Looks like to me it stopped short of that. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a pushback, maybe back down to the initial balance high here. And again, I'm going to take these off. You see a lot of questions about overnight inventory and what that means. We'll go back to the 30-minute chart here so we can get a little bit of a clearer look. This box right here is the regular trading hour session from yesterday. The settlement price was down here at 46.7860. We can see that the market opened last night at 5 p.m. Central Time right about 47.02. And over the evening, price continued to push higher. That is saying that the shorter time frame, weaker hands traders that are trading in the overnight are consistently or relatively consistently using buy orders, pushing price higher and higher. Sometimes what happens is if they don't continue to get paid right away, they'll bail out of those positions, giving you possible better trade location for longs and possibly a move in the opposite direction. We did see a little bit of a pushback off those highs prior to the open, but the buyers came back in at VWAP, and we are continuing to see initiative buyers in this market continuing to push price higher. We did not take the opening range trade in crude oil today, and it actually ended up being a good idea. But as always, just taking a look in context here, we looked at the $104 weekly kickoff high, kind of the upper extreme of the area of balance. We did look above it in regular trading hours for the first time, and we rejected it. News came in and changed the face of that market. Right now, even with the EIA, the market has really found a nice, tasty little range. It's not really moving. It's right in the middle of the range. We have VWAP flat, and so the market is waiting for new information. It's waiting for something to say, something to change overseas, with the geopolitical situation as well as the Strait of Hormuz. So the market really just kind of idling here for now. S&Ps. All right. So we, again, in context, talking earlier this week about the market, continuing to barrel into shorts, for a couple of days here. This was Friday, this was Monday, this was Tuesday, today is Wednesday. Just saying, just seeing the open interest that was increasing on these down days without a lot of price action kind of told us, especially after how far we've come off the highs. It's been a downtrend for some time. But we started talking about a face ripping rally that does tend to happen in directional markets. You're going to always get those days where the market rips in the opposite direction. You get a whole bunch of shorts that are short in the hole. They're too short. They turn tail and turn buyers, and I believe that's what happened yesterday, particularly because we lost 11,000 in open interest. Open interest. The total number of outstanding contracts, when you see price rising and open interest dropping, you're looking at short covering. You're looking at people that are short that are covering those positions. So what we're looking for today is, do we see continuation to the upside? Do we see buyers continue and try and push price higher? The fact that we lost open interest yesterday doesn't make me all that warm and fuzzy for continuation, but we are seeing some pretty decent continuation to the upside. We've got a weekly kickoff high up here at 66.51. Let's take a look at the trades that we took. So we were looking at the breakout of the initial balance. The market did break out above the initial balance, and it closed that first 30-minute bar above that. So that to me says longs. The house account was a short one and long one at that time. So we were kind of just doing a lot of hanging around here. You can see this 5-minute chart. There was very little price movement. I was leaving the fast markets, so pretty much took a scratch on the long, but the long has continued to pay. And what happens sometimes is the market's going to come back, check that initial balance high, and then you're going to start to see the move. We got to the level that the short was looking for the stop. We're up against weekly kickoff high. Very interesting level up here, folks. If you're looking for opportunities, this might give you an opportunity to limit risk pretty well. Let's take a look now at the NASDAQ. All right, so we had Henrico in, and again, looking at context, very similar to the S&Ps. Overnight inventory was long. The market continued to push higher. We've got initiative buyers continuing to push price higher. Again, losing open interest yesterday, a little bit of a hollow rally. However, we are seeing continuation in that direction, and I'm not going to fight that. We don't know what participants are in the market today, and we are seeing one time framing higher. In other words, every high and every low is higher than the previous one. So we're seeing some continuation, monitoring for that. Don't fight it. All right. So here we are. Let's go to the 5 minute. Once let's take a look at Henrico is looking for shorts, got short 3 micros, 24, 122. Uh, Took a little bit of price his way, but for the most part, the market really just kind of pushed against him. I finally got out of those at a loss. I believe he was up around 24, 180 to 190 where he exited that. Then we've got Dakota up here shorting again. When we see, let me go back to the 30-minute chart here. So when we see the market break out above the initial balance high, close that 30-minute bar above it, and we leave these single prints. Okay, these single prints, you could say some would say it would be a fair value gap. When we leave that gap, okay, that's an imbalance in the market. Buyers were aggressive there. If they stay aggressive, the market is likely to continue to move to the upside. Hence, the initial balance breakout opportunity or trade. All right. So Dakota shorted as we were kind of holding up above there. And I think we were in the money, out of the money. It's the same place that we were long and short in the S&P is in the house account. Dakota was short 3 here, 24, 256, and ended up getting out of those for a little bit of a small loss because the market just wasn't giving him what he was looking for. And let's go back and take a look. I'm not sure if his stop has been hit in gold yet, but if he is listening, maybe he can let us know the outcome of that trade. But those were the trades this morning. And again, there's a long day left here. Keep your eyes on the news and trade for tomorrow. Let's take a look at today's quotable quote. Franz Kafka. Destroy yourself to know yourself. Build yourself to surprise yourself. The important thing is not to be, but to become. How do we destroy ourselves to know ourselves? Well, I think everybody's had some good things and some rough things that have happened in their lives, and it seems to be, and it seems to me that when we find out who we really are and how tough we can really be, it's not during the good times; it's during the rough times. And there's going to be rough times, and there's going to be good times. Building yourself up from those rough times, you can do a nice thing and of course surprise yourself and become a better person. And again, the important thing is not just to be, but to become. And when you are a trader, you are in a lifelong opportunity to continue to learn, grow, improve, and become the trader you want to be. All right, so well, we have our good friend Antonio back for Power Players alongside with Jay and Dolby. A nice winning day yesterday in his trading combine, and he's back in the markets looking to reach the profit target and earn another express funded account. So stick around. Still lots to do here on Top Step TV. It's been a wonderful morning with some great guests. Much more to come. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Top Step TV Power Player Edition. I'm Jay. To the far right, we got Dolby Time, and in the middle, our Power Player. It's it or Thing. Which one is it? It's Thing. What's going on, Antonio? How we doing today?
Cousin it, hand the thing.
Cousin it, hand the thing. We just practiced that in the green room, and I dropped it. Antonio, what is going on? How we doing today?
Doing all right. We took some heat, took a little bit of heat. So just waiting for another opportunity, to be honest. Doesn't seem just yet that we may get one, but we never know at this point because we're getting to the midpoint of the day.
I had fun.
Here we go. Took a little bit of heat. Mr. Dolby Time, how we doing today?
I think it's tricky. I think it's kind of one of those days where you got it's what, April 1st. Shenanigans abound. We're still dealing with all the news. Total pain in the ass. I think the correlation trade between crude and NASDAQ has been a little bit iffy today. I think that's been frustrating because we're kind of seeing crude oil in where's my chart at? Here we go. We got kind of crude oil making like this W formation, and then NASDAQ is still doing like higher highs, higher lows. And so I think that the market's a little bit confused.
Yeah, I agree there. We did have a headline that just came out about 10 minutes ago. Trump's claim Iran requested a ceasefire is false. That came from Iranian TV. We are shout out to Stephen Shork that we had on earlier today, and he said trade the technicals because everyone is talking out of both sides of their mouth right now. And I think that is what we are continuing to see in these markets. We got the Nasdaq trading 24,309.50, the S&P 6645.50, and we got crude oil at $100.46. Antonio, any levels that you're looking at for potential opportunities here?
For me, right now, I want to trade back into the 24,200s, but
okay,
that's just because it's looking a little thin up there. Looks like we're getting some type of price exhaustion past those highs. We may have made some liquidity and then swiped it. So I want to see how we react up here and see what kind of downplay we can get since crude is pushing a little bit. It looks like the NASDAQ may move first, but in the correlation, the NASDAQ has been moving heavier as opposed to the correlation with crude. Like crude may sell, but the NASDAQ will pump. It'll be a slow move on crude. I don't know why the oil prices are slowing down, but like I said, up a little bit. So if we get some type of reaction between the two of them, it'll be something that we may be to get some type of light, maybe 1 to 2 contracts on.
Okay.
Nice.
We'll see here. Crude oil is just slowing down, waiting for that next headline.
Crude's looking motivated right now, though. I mean, it's looking a little hairy down in those 99s, but it clearly found some buyers here, kind of hanging out in this like W formation. We'll see. Maybe these 101s could offer up an interesting short for a potential location. We're kind of just all over the place. Absolutely all over the place.
Yes, we are. We heard Steven's range for crude oil, 93s up to 103s. We are trading $100.67 right now in crude oil. Dolby, which market do you think you're looking at here? You're going to trade crude or you're going to trade the NASDAQ here?
A
little bit of both.
Don't know. Probably a little bit of both. I'm finding these markets a little bit tricky to trade currently. We are getting some nice ranges in the NASDAQ, but it's kind of like a hindsight sort of range. It's not because it's also all over the place right now. And
this is looking like a three bar reversal on the NQ. So I mean, the 5-minute looks good. Let me see, what is that, 300s? Yeah, I'm gonna try a short at 300s here.
Nice. All right,
for one short.
Antonio getting in short NASDAQ.
I'll go stops just above the last high at 335, 37.
Short 1 micro 297 half, 24 297 half.
Let's see if we can get some type of price action. I highly doubt it, but for the sake of trade attainment, let's get a low risk trade on.
Even this little move in NASDAQ is pretty frustrating. like this series of 1 minute candlesticks just been like they ever so slight lower low, and then it wants to bid back up like 10 points, 15 points. I think that has been very tricky. We're just not getting
No,
like
the kicker is
immediate
those
continuation to the downside.
the kicker is those 10, 15 point, 30-minute, 1 hour bars.
Mm.
You got a 1 hour bar that spans for 10, 15 points. That's what's really frustrating.
Yeah. Really not a ton of movement going on right now
Not much.
until it is.
It feels like
If we
we're
can
waiting for
grab this
headlines.
here, that'll be great.
Yeah, little base hit. That'd be
Some
fantastic.
little
Crude still
pullback in the
here.
Russell.
Okay.
Dan
The
Emmons in the chat
snitch,
says the
thank
snitch
you.
is moving. The snitch is moving. The Russell is starting to move to the downside here. Let's see if the other equity markets want to follow.
I'm gonna short another.
Short 2.
All right.
Average price
Nice. We'll take
99,
that risk.
24,299.
$1.50 risk. We'll take that and we'll leave it there for the day.
The NASDAQ just wants to give the finger to all the shorts like that.
Yep.
There's a 10-point bounce out of nowhere. This is tough,
Well,
man.
that finger was never supposed to be a bad thing. They said it's your ether.
Either. So, man, it's
think-
just it's chop fest right now.
Yeah, let's see if this is a decent 3-bar reversal. If we can close below this last 5-minute bar. Maybe, maybe not.
I mean, crude up to 180.
This would be a base hit for sure.
I mean, it's kind of. I mean, NASDAQ is making higher highs, higher lows in the face of crude being stuck in a range. It's a pretty wide range, 98 to 101.
It is.
But NASDAQ has been resilient.
Game
That
over.
correlation trade is not pretty.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
Come on.
NASDAQ catching a bid here. 24,325's last trade here in the NASDAQ. 66.46.75 last trade in the S&P. We got gold 48.0880 and crude oil pulling back. Say it again, Antonio.
No confirmed 3-bar reversal there. Not yet.
Was that It looked like it was going to confirm, right? And
It
then
was
we had,
printing,
what,
but it
a minute
decided to
go?
shoot up a little
Yeah.
bit. I mean, we still got 20
Yeah, it
seconds
did.
left in it. I don't expect it to close bearish.
No.
This makes
like
me
it
want
was
to watch
going
one
down.
market again.
Yeah.
It really does.
Dolby. I took a loss in it in my live account today. But cattle. That was so cheap.
Cattle with the stick save on the account. All right, Jay. All right.
I'm telling you, bro.
Jay,
I'm not
Jay's
going to
bag
try to
of
convert.
tricks is infinitely deep.
I'm not going to try to convert all of our traders to cattle traders, but
Well, if you converted 2, we'd have 300% more people trading cattle than normal.
hey,
I'll take.
while the Nasdaq's trying to figure out what the hell it's doing, you know, there are some markets that are a little bit more directional, and it doesn't have to be cattle, right? There, we talked about a bunch of different markets all last week on the opening call. There's the euro also, which wasn't super clean today. Dan Emmons says, "How do you trade cattle? Every time I look at the DOM for any ag products, the DOM isn't even moving for hours." So, I actually was talking to Coach Paul about this yesterday. Antonio, you're still in this trade, by the way.
Correct.
Surviving. Okay,
Now, this is controversial in my mind. This is controversial in my mind. The 3-bar reversal term. I know it is coined by Coach Dakota. But when I see it, sometimes when I see a 3-bar reversal, it would be in my head, like it just sits in my head. Like if this does close bearish, this 5-minute bar, then it would be, okay, they're trying to go down, and then they go up, and then that 3rd bar, they finish that down move that they were starting. And that's what I would like to, it just plays in my head like that's a 3-bar reversal. But in the DBA concept, it's not that. Like this 3 bars would be telling me there's a down bar, a up bar, and then this one's going down. But that's not what it really is. So it helps me sometimes
I
visually.
think that is a 3-bar reversal, right? If you're looking at a 5 minute,
I
I
thought
see
it
a
was
3-bar
I
reversal.
thought it was 1, 2, and then this third bar that closed bearish was the one that confirmed it. But I mean, I didn't coin the term, so I don't know exactly how it works. I
I
just
think
like to
that's
see it on the
exactly
chart.
it. It was just invalidated, I think, really quickly by the next candle. Right. I think
Okay.
honestly, I think that was a confirmed 3-bar reversal. That is just one of the percentage of the times where these trades just don't work. Right. Everybody knows this.
Yeah.
There's no, I haven't found 100% win rate strategy. But if I'm looking
Right.
at the Russell, that's a confirmed 3-bar reversal that actually just got the follow through in the Nasdaq. I think it just didn't. For now, right? We'll see. Trade's still
Yeah,
valid.
we'll
Hasn't
let
hit
it
that
ride.
invalidation point.
The risk is cool, and it'll bring us some little bit of chicken back for the day.
Nice. We like green. I'm really just trying to lock in on just one market at a time here. I think this whole correlation thing is a little bit frustrating, especially today. If we can get back down to 300s in Nasdaq, I'd be interested in longs. Maybe shorts up at 328s for the range trade. We got crude doing range over range over range, but a little bit of resistance at 180. So maybe try to find longs at 120. That's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Just looking at them separate, completely separate. There's a sell-off.
The Russell looks like it wants to go.
Come on, thing, make it move.
Make it move.
we got to talk about that. What's on your shoulder here, really quick? What's going on there, Antonio?
Well, my daughter was like, "Hey, Dad, Thing likes to trade. He can be your trading buddy today." I was like, "Well, maybe we can scare the markets into giving us some money, but clearly not."
Not yet. Thing, do your thing. Do your thing. Does your daughter watch Top Step TV? Does she watch you on Top Step TV?
Yeah, she does sometimes.
There you go.
I had the thing on top of my monitor yesterday, and she walks in. She's like, "Thing, what are you doing up there? Are we going long or short?"
Teach them early.
Yep.
Teach them early. That's awesome to hear.
There's a lot of good life skills you can learn in trading. Get them started
Absolutely.
young.
She'll just walk in and she'll look at the charts. She'll be like, "Oh, we're going long."
Yeah, you're just like, what? Like you fading me
Nice.
already? Yeah, you're in the
I'm
wrong
amazed
position.
whenever she walks in and she's right. I'm like, okay, well, you do listen.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Right. Somebody's been paying attention.
Uh-huh.
Somebody's been paying attention.
Intense attention.
24 316s, 315s last trade here in the Nasdaq. We got Antonio short from 299, 2 micros. S&P pulling back a little bit here as well. 66.43 quarter last trade in the S&P. The snitch looks like it wants to sell. It's back under 25.50s. We will see if we get some follow through here. Shout out to all the parents in the chat. If you are a parent in the chat and your kid is your trading buddy every once in a while, let us know in the chat. That is awesome to hear.
We're gonna get a bid in crude at 123.
Uh-oh.
1, 2, 3. 100. Oh, 123 cents.
Yeah. And then I saw some particularly large size on the MCL, but maybe this is it in the CL. There's 60 being offered at 101 evens, which is quite a bit. And the MCL, it was like 200 something. All right, we're in.
$100, 23 cents. Long one?
Yep, just one.
One micro
For a
I had a
range
dream
over
the other day
range.
that I got spotted out in the wild.
You were spotted too?
I had a dream that I got spotted out in the wild.
Oh, yeah, a dream.
I was about to say that we can't have 3 in 1 week. Getting too famous here, Dolby.
Yeah, I know. Where's the paparazzi at? TMZ is going to be outside my door.
Somebody did notice me on Instagram though.
Oh, that's
like,
nice.
Oh, that's you?
That is me. That is me. Dolby was spotted in the wild. Antonio, I don't know if you heard that. And then Hogue last week while he was on vacation, somebody spotted him outside as well.
I peeped that yesterday. I peeped that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He said I came with too
I was
much
wondering.
swag.
I wanted to know if they noticed Hogue from his voice from the Super Bowl commercial, or did they see him first?
Hogue gets spotted in the wild trying to call for soybeans. You don't even have to see him.
At the grocery store.
Soybeans.
24,308 last trade here. In the NASDAQ, we got Antonio short,
Selling a little bit.
Dolby long from $100.23.
Just chilling at the entry.
You know, hanging out.
Like if
You know,
if that correlation starts to
hanging
play out,
around.
we could see some really nice trades here if both of these markets decide to go in the same direction or in the
be
inverse
fantastic.
direction.
That'd
That would be
fantastic.
great. Be some great trades on Top Step TV.
We would love to see that. If we can get, halfway up
Put in the
in
work.
this range, we can get to 150. We could start managing risk a little bit here.
No, to display in the chat, that is not my picture. That's Bob Marley.
World famous
so many little children think
musician
that's me,
Bob
though.
Marley. Yeah. I mean, I guess if you squint, close one eye completely and then squint with the other one, maybe I could see it. But
I'm like, man, look at my hair. That had to have been like 12 years ago.
right.
How vain do you have to be?
Just have a picture of yourself on your wall. Yeah. You just talk to it. Do what you got to do today. That'd be a different level of motivation.
Come on, help me out. Help me out on the trades today. Like a Buddha.
We're reducing risk on this one.
Seeing a little volatility pick up in these markets. Trump and Saudi Crown Prince discussed the war with Iran. Trump briefed him on the talks over a possible ceasefire. Two sources with the knowledge say. Axios says President was speaking with Saudi Prince on the phone today.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to stop reading the teleprompter today.
Just more news. Just more news.
Yeah.
Driving the markets back and forth.
The Russell continuing to sell here, though.
Okay.
Methodically. The Russell is continuing to sell. There is some size on the order book at 25.45 in the Russell, about 200 lot there. 2 points off of where we are right now. Let's see if it continues to bring us lower. Sapati in the chat says, my trading buddy does not like the squiggly lines. I'm assuming your trading buddy is your kid. Just got to make them colors that they like. They might not like the red and green.
Oh, we're gonna
my brain
one
doesn't
more
like red and green
at 104 at 104s with a tight
bring
stop
that average
here,
down to about 14s.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if hundreds can bounce. We'll put a stop at 0.95. It's pretty tight, but I'm okay trading crude with tight stops. NASDAQ looks like it might want to roll over. I mean, it's so hard to tell right now.
Get heavy.
So hard to tell.
Starting to.
What's
Starting
the
to roll a little bit here.
Like?
Pretty
thin.
Yeah, it's not a whole lot of interest going on there right now. Back to that point, Dan Emmons in the chat says, how do you trade the ags? It's really hard to read the depth of market because it seems like it's not moving half the time. I actually think and if anyone is trying to learn how to read order flow by using a depth of market, using Bookmap or anything like that, time and sales, I would suggest doing it on a market like the NASDAQ. Sorry, not like the NASDAQ, like live cattle or something a lot slower, because you'll actually be able to see the inner workings of the market happening in real time. Some of the cleanest order flow trade. Exactly. Some of the cleanest order flow. If you're using footprint charts and things like that, I see people, they're like, oh, they watch a video of a YouTube video of a footprint chart, but it's on the NASDAQ. And it's just like, there are some prices that only trade 2 or 3 contracts at a time. But if you look at something like cattle, you'll see the dynamics of the market developing in real time. I've used this analogy now twice in the last 24 hours, but learning how to trade the NASDAQ as a beginner trader is like learning how to speak the English language by reading Shakespeare. It's possible, but you're going to be talking a different type of English. And yeah, it's extremely difficult. But yeah, that cattle market is pretty slow, Dan. I know it doesn't move a whole lot, but it is very comfortable. Here we go. We get some selling coming in here now. $24,299 last trade in.
Okay. So is it news this time? Gold perked up not gold. Crude oil perked up a little bit. We were very close to getting stopped out. Still in the game though. NASDAQ breaking beneath that 1 minute range. Are the markets alive again?
Here we go. W, you get that ad? Are we long too?
Yeah, we're long. Yeah, we're long 214.
Nice.
We almost got stopped out by a tick. So we're doing okay. We're at break even right now. Or we're at our entry right now. We're just getting like $40, so which is great. So got a nice little discount on our second contract, which we like very much. We just got to see price push here. We got to get some higher highs on this crude oil trade. As of right now, I've had a steady kind of stream of just lower lows, lower highs. You know, if we can get above, let's say 26, I think we can hit 50s. And if crude's feeling real saucy, maybe back up to these 1080s, 180s. Sorry, missing a decimal point.
180s. Antonio with some green on the screen now as well. Back below your average price, 24,293.
Yeah.
Nice stop placement on that trade.
Let's go. Game of ticks.
Both ways.
Game of ticks. All it takes is one to ruin your day or make your day. Could be either.
Russell coming up on this 200 lot here, 25 416s. The snitch told the story. Continuing to sell. Let's see if there's enough selling pressure to get through this 200 lot here, 2546 is that price. About a point off of it right now.
Yeah, I mean, the only size I'm seeing in this crude right now is at 101. There's 56 on the offer. Everything else is 4Z, 5Zs. So not a lot. So we wait.
We got going.
So we wait.
While we wait, reminder to everyone, we have a form pinned to the top of the chat for group coaching. Who's on group coaching today? You might ask. Well, I have the answer for you. That is going to be Gabe, Deanna, and Coach Hoop. Gabe, Deanna, and Coach Hoop. Make sure you get your questions in there for group coaching. Again, that form is pinned to the top of the chat. Group coaching at 12 p.m. Central Time. Right after we're done with this segment here.
Well, NASDAQ's bidding and crude's kind of bidding. So I'm at a loss, man. I'll be honest. I am at a loss. I think the markets are tired of this stuff. I think we're tired of this stuff.
Yep.
I mean, you got to think about like how many other market states we've traded and how much easier they were. Like NASDAQ and AI and NVIDIA. I mean, just think about how much easier that was to trade than what we got going on right now.
And what we have right now? Yeah.
Way
I saw somebody say it on Twitter, and they're just like, if you can survive this, the market conditions that we're going to, you're going to, once we start to get directional again in the equities, like one directional moves, we're only talking about, well, you should, right? you hope so.
Everybody, once it's over.
You would hope so. Zen's World says, this is what happens when you focus on lower time frames. All right, zoom out to that multi-decade chart and place your trades from there, everybody. We should be fine.
Especially for day trading.
We're going to break even on this. This is not the vibe I want for this crude trade. All right,
let's go ahead and day trade that weekly.
Day trade. Zen, I get what you're saying though. If you're on a 15-second chart, you could get very zoomed in here.
Oh, you're getting smoked on those charts.
Oh yeah.
We're flat. Crude, you can rally now if you want. We're flat.
Will you take break even there, Dolby?
Yeah. NASDAQ's bidding like crazy. Crude is getting kind of squirrely here. Maybe it pops for new highs. Who knows? The problem with these markets is that they're very draining on your mental capital. And it feels like...
Yeah, by the time you get there, the trade is coming.
Yeah. And like losing trades don't feel the same in markets like this, in my opinion. It's just such a grind to get picks. It is personal. And it's like you want to try to get something out of the market, and it's not there. You got headlines ripping
and the
up
smartest
your
thing
trades.
to do is sit there and do nothing. It's like, but I got to make something today.
So yeah, losing trades
Yeah.
in this doesn't feel the same. So I don't know, maybe crude rallies. That'd be unfortunate, but it is what it is.
See,
We're stuck in a very
I
tight
like
range
that.
in
I like
crude
that
right now.
trade if you're gonna put it back on. But yeah, it's just the longer it sits, the more it starts to feel like a 50-50, right? And I think what we want to try to do is my trading mentor used to say this all the time. If I put on a day trade, I want it to go in my direction as quickly as possible.
Yep.
And that's in either direction, right? Either tell me that I'm wrong or tell me that I'm right relatively quickly. And again, it doesn't have to
But
be
when
in
I'm getting my
the next
ass kicked, that's usually my fault because I know early on if I'm wrong or right. And just by my
right.
trading style,
Like
I'll be getting
I
my
kind of
butt kicked.
know.
Like, yeah, you knew you should have cut that.
Well, that's the benefit of kind of trading the same strategy over and over again. Is like eventually you start to know what your winning trades are supposed to feel like. You know what your losing trades start to feel like. And as a range trader,
That's how the whole times get up.
yep, if I'm buying the bottom of the range and we don't get like an immediate bid in respect to the entry, it's probably going to be a rough go for a trade. Like you really don't want it just sitting around. And that's the nice thing about range trade. You're going to find out really fast if you're wrong. Real fast.
Real quick. We got Antonio short from 299s right now, short of 2 lot. We do have some news. You saw earlier this morning during the opening call, we had a special guest on to talk about some of the retail sales numbers. Got a little update on that. Consumers are spending more money. Let's bring in that clip.
After 3 consecutive months of declines, the Commerce Department said retail sales rose 0.6% in February. It's higher than the 0.4% increase economists had projected. Retail sales climbed across nearly every category in February, increasing the most at department stores, personal care shops, and clothing retailers. Spending declined only at grocery stores and furniture retailers. Economists watch spending data closely because Americans' purchases make up about 2/3 of the U.S. economy.
Awesome stuff. Thank you for that, Gabe. Shout out to Francis Newton that we had on opening call this morning. If you did not see that segment, it was about 15 minutes after the open. We did have Francis on this morning to talk about retail sales. We're going to maybe have her back on next week to talk about that PCE number that we're getting out. But consumers are spending. Consumers are spending, whether they're spending cash or credit. We talked about the potential, risk of leverage in the credit market, but very interesting times going on right here. Antonio, any management you do on this trade, you kind of just let this one cook. Stops in place. It was in a good spot for the last test up there.
Just trying to let it cook. I want to reduce the risk a little bit, but we got to give it some room to breathe.
Yeah, I'll start moving first, and then maybe we can reduce some risk here. Keep the oven door closed, right?
For now, yeah, for now.
Door closed. Perfect time for a vibe check in the chat. Let's see how everybody is doing today. Are we up on the day, down on the day? Anything that you learned from trading today? Are you staying patient in these markets? Are you seeing A+ trade opportunities for you? Are you trading an alternative market? Have you traded something outside of the equities and oil? Let us know in the chat. Dan Emmons says patience paid. Lifted trader $0.
Would love $0
down 15K
today.
for right? Yeah.
$0 would be the best P&L possible on a day like today. Don't even bother. Don't even bother.
Yeah.
Crude's selling a little bit here. Justified in managing our risk in that one. Saved ourselves, I don't know, $30, $40. We're just waiting for news, man. The dome feels lackadaisical right now.
Yep. Yes, it does. Speaking of A-Train in the chat, thanks for the compliment on the shirt. You can't get this one, but we were just talking about retail sales. If you're looking to do some shopping while you wait for these markets to do something, shop.topstep.com. That link is posted in the chat.
Oh, look at that. You're fast.
Cop some Top Step gear while we wait.
This is
Topstep.com.
Bro, just end this thing. Just either end the war or just be like, we're doing this for another year. Just, dude, figure it out, please. Just
Yeah.
please. This is brutal. Absolutely
Here we
brutal.
go. Got a question in the chat. Maybe we could use this one for group coaching, but I'm curious. Chef Poppy T in the chat says, "How should a beginner position stop losses on days like this? Just step away for the day." Uh, I think a good suggestion. Shout out to Coach Paul for this suggestion, but a good suggestion is 2 ATRs on whatever time frame you execute your trades on. So, for example, let me pull up my chart really quick and an ATR indicator. But in
Watch,
the
don't
NASDAQ right
trade.
now, or that, just watch, right? But if you are going to trade, the suggestion would be 2 ATRs on whatever time frame you execute your trades, right? So let's say this is a 5-minute chart or 3-minute chart in the NASDAQ. This ATR value right here is 47 points. So looking at 2 times that value as your stop. So if I took a long right here, which is terrible trade location, I would go with an 86-point stop and look for 2 times that value. Look for a 2-to-1 trade there. Now, 86 points, there's guaranteed somebody in the chat right now is saying 86 points is insane. This guy's asking people to lose their accounts. But if you trade the big contracts, then yeah, that's a lot of dollar-wise risk. But you can see Antonio's doing right now, trading the micros. Dakota's been saying it all month, really. Small size, wide stops.
Mm-hmm.
Give and the if market you define your risk per trade, I think I got a pretty good answer for that. If you define your risk per trade, let's say your risk per trade is $400. So if you define that, then you would know how many contracts to use per trade if you're going to do a certain amount of points. Your risk is $400 and you're only going to do 15 points on the stop loss, then you should be using about 1 or 13 minis or 13 micros, 1.3 minis if you're going to use a $400 risk at 15 points of a stop. Now, if you're going to do a 50-point stop, then you should be doing like 4 contracts. So the risk should be defined per trade. That way, the points is the only thing that changes with your, because you're going to put your stop loss to match your risk.
Yep, that was definitely news. Oil back below 100. Equities popping a little bit here. There is a headline coming out. We'll bring that to you in just a second. French Navy chief said military will eventually be needed to monitor Hormuz Strait reopening. That came out about 2 minutes ago. And we just got another headline potentially here. So
I don't know if it's bad news.
I think the algos are scraping for anything right now. Anything. Hey, they said oil. They said Hormuz. Yeah.
Yeah, these headlines got the algos smoking cigarettes on their lunch break right now.
Seriously, the headline comes out. It's like headline. Yeah. I just drew a straight line, and it's like, oh, they said straight. Trade oil, sell it. What the hell are we doing here?
I feel like Bernie Mac. Some bull.
Right. Seriously, what is going on in these markets right now?
Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. It feels like a short squeeze is happening in NASDAQ. While
that's what it's looking like to me.
Was over $100 or trying to do $100 a barrel. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah.
But honestly, like
live to trade another day.
One headline tomorrow undoes everything. Whole thing. Who could be back to 105?
No, that's
one headline.
That's not even a lie.
So, Chef, just watch Top Step TV. We'll let you know what we'll let you know our opinions on the market state. If you're unsure, you can just tune in. We're complaining on why everything sucks. If chat's complaining why everything sucks, price action sucks.
Guess what? Nobody's having a good time.
Antonio's still in this trade, though. Antonio is still in this trade. We are surviving right now. Looking at the tilt, 50-50 pretty much across the board. 59% long gold, which is trading 48.11s. Did hold those 4800s there in gold.
Nice.
Yeah. Solo trades, I think that's probably it. The market's president says he's going to speak today. White House official said he's going to give operational updates and tout success in achieving goals in Iran in his address tonight. So the markets are definitely going to be watching that, right? Tune into slow markets if you don't already. We're starting at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Don't know that we'll be able to bring in the comments from the president, but of course, as headlines are flying, we will be bringing them to you, and the markets will for sure be watching. Taking a look at some delta here, positive delta in the Nasdaq, positive 1,000 for the regular trading hour session, positive 8,600 in the S&P. So congruent direction for the regular trading hours, right? We are trading up near these highs. Do these buyers get anything for what they're paying for, or do they eventually sell it because we're not going up? We will see what happens here.
Isn't there also like some sort of like portfolio rebalancing going on? It's like the first day of the quarter. So that there
Some
might be
allocation.
some allocation
That
going
was
on. That could be the buy pressure.
yesterday, I believe.
Yesterday?
I believe that was yesterday. Yeah, we
Maybe
got
it's
that
like
rally because it was the end of the quarter.
end of the quarter. Got it. Got it. Well, NASDAQ trying to make new highs. Crude selling off a little bit, back under 100.
Nice
Chat,
out
don't
on
think
that
I'm
trade,
smart.
Dolby.
I just learned that this morning.
I just
Nice out on that short, on that long you were in, Dolby. Didn't see what you liked. You can always get out of the trade.
Yeah. I trade a lot of crude. I'm pretty familiar with how it moves, and typically the ranges are pretty tight, even on like a 1 minute or 5 minutes. So you don't need to be risking a whole lot like you do in NASDAQ to accommodate for its wickiness of running ranges and getting back within range. Get crude back over 100. NASDAQ has been chilling between 295 and 330s.
Yeah, how long have we been in
Very
this range?
confident a long time, dude. So about 45 minutes to an hour of like a 30, 35 point range.
Yeah,
It's kind of locked up right now. Crude
that
actually has a
is.
lot more volatility to it. It's just a little bit cheekier right now.
You know, it's
Yeah,
funny.
it's
We
a
saw a
dollar.
very similar thing yesterday when we were on with Braden Dolby, right? It's quiet. We're sitting here talking about anything and everything, and then all of a sudden, an actual headline comes out that changed the markets for the rest of the day. That actually set the high for the day in oil and the lows in the equities from that point. We were up at 105s. That headline came out and we sold off $5 in 15 minutes. So, chat, just remember, if you're not already in a trade, sitting on your hands can be the correct trade. If you do see something price-wise that you like, maybe go ahead and put it on, understand where your risk is. But the condition that these markets are in right now are sit and wait until it's time to move. And maybe some more momentum if you're looking as a momentum trader for some of those trades. We know Antonio's whole time though. This is like what we're still in the first inning right now for Antonio's whole times for this trade.
Oh yeah.
We're
Let's
just
see
getting
if
started.
we can get short NASDAQ at 329 and an MNQ. Just above this 1 minute range.
Courtney saying check out NVIDIA. Let me pull up the trading view charts.
We do not need
short
to
one NASDAQ.
Yeah, we're not risking $50 on this.
329s?
Maybe like 25. Yeah, 329s. Short one, 24, 329s, top of the range. NASDAQ, up to you, baby. If you want to blow the top off this thing, up to you.
That was a 1 minute range you were looking at there, Dolby?
I mean, it's not like 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute. 30 minutes is the largest, though. I can draw a line between three candles on that one. Crude catching a bid. So we are short. I'd say we're short top of the 15-minute range, which is between 329s and 288s.
Okay.
So if we could get half the range, that would be good. That'd be about 308s, 306s. Full range would be 288s. Range breakout, doubtful.
And Black Thor car meets. Dolby just broke that down. We're at the upper extreme of this range that we've been in for 45 minutes. So what you're looking for is the market to continue doing what it's been doing for the last 45 minutes. If it breaks out of the range, then this trade idea is invalidated. But that is a range trade. And what I've learned from Dolby is you take them every time they set up, even if it feels uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's the core tenet of range trading is you are betting on the market to continue to do what it has been doing. Right? Breakout
Yeah.
trader is looking for that one instance where it wants to break out to the upside. Range trading is we're just theoretically saying it could range for infinity until it doesn't. And that's okay. But if we can take 3-4 range trades until we're wrong, we probably made more money taking those than trying to catch breakouts. Core philosophy of range trading.
Nvidia
Can we get some lower
on the
lows?
day.
Can we get some
Looking
lower
at
lows?
the Tech 9 here, we got Apple up 0.42%, Amazon up 2.2%, Meta up almost 3% on the day, Google up over 4%, Broadcom 1.5% on the day, Microsoft up 0.5%, Nvidia up just over 1.25%, Netflix down 0.5%, Tesla up 2.75%.
Okay. Can we get
Over here in the green,
314?
aren't you?
I mean, barely. We just don't have any of the momentum that we want.
No.
Yet.
No,
Not
not
yet.
at all.
I'm absolutely flattening this trade going into lunch.
What's Star TY looking like?
Snitch.
Catching a little bit of a bid here. It did stop at that 200 lot. So that 200 lot in the Russell was down at 25.45. We stopped about a point in front of that. And now they've moved it up to 25.48. And we're pushing a little bit here. 25.52's last trade. So Snitch catching a little bit of a bounce here.
Some ugh.
And they moved that bid up about 3 points.
I mean, Crude trying to figure out. I mean, Crude might just get pinned to 100 because it's big round number.
Yeah, that's like the line in the sand until 9 p.m. Eastern time tonight.
Yep.
In Crude. It's like, okay, Mr. President, what are you going to say?
Yep, we'll just hang out here.
Yep.
You know, range for 20-30 cents. Looking for NASDAQ here to break its higher lows. Just done a pretty good job of maintaining, beginning at like 300s. Got like 309, 314s, up to these 320s. Just constantly just bidding higher. Getting close. Short a second one. That would probably be the scariest trade. Shorting a second one.
Yeah. I think you got the right position on right now. Risk is
Feels
up
good.
above 41s. The NASDAQ's going to have to do something it hasn't done all day.
Can it do it?
Can it
The
do
ball
it?
is
That's
in
the
your
question.
court, NASDAQ. Trying to put the ball in the market's court. Yes. Go do something extraordinary to get me stopped out.
Make a play. Make a play,
Yeah,
NASDAQ.
make a play. Make a play. I'm betting against the NASDAQ to make a play. Pretty foolish. Sometimes a pretty foolish thing to do. NASDAQ can make a fool of a lot of people.
Damn it.
So much exhaustion up here, but no follow through.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
But we got maybe going into a little bit of a break here. Let's see. Should we bring in James? No, we're not going to bring in James. We're going to bring in our coaches for group coaching after this. Again, that form is pinned to the top of the chat. We got Gabe, Deanna, and Coach Hoop for group coaching. So make sure you get your questions in there. Antonio, keep us up to date on this trade. Dolby time, are you going flat or you holding on to this one?
No, we might just take it to break even.
Okay.
And let this range play out. Or we could
Got
actually
you.
no, we'll move it to 24,332. So if it wants to run highs and get us stopped out, go for it. So we'll risk the $6 to make, maybe $80.
Got you. Awesome stuff. Antonio, keep us up to date on your trade in the chat. We will see you back on Top Step TV sometime soon. But we're going to go to a little bit of a break here. Again, group coaching coming up after this. Gabe, Hoop, and Coach Deanna. It's Top Step TV. Let's go.
Trade well, guys.
And new highs, equities. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's group coaching time. You know the drill. Forms at the top of the chat if you have a question. We got Deanna and Hoop with me today. Should be a fun time. We are kind of just popping here in the equities. We got 6650s in the S&P trading out and 341s here in the Nasdaq. Crude oil making some new lows underneath, new 5-minute lows here recently underneath $100 a barrel, 99.80. We got gold and silver also popping. Session highs 48.16 in the gold and $76 per ounce even in silver. Bitcoin also popped a new 5-minute high here for session highs from 69,000 to about 69,305 currently being traded. But that's going to be kind of what we're looking right for the markets. But Deanna, what's going on? How are you?
I'm all right. Thank you, Gabe. Yeah, traded a little bit today. Decent day. We'll see what this crude oil wants to do. I
pre-market
was
short there on oil.
Yep. Yeah, so I did one short. Actually, I did another short before the stream, but then I had to deal with my oldest dog, so I cut that early. So that was like plus 188. Then on the stream, I did a quick short again, just like a 1 micro. That was 113. And then I did a slightly larger trade on copper because it moves slower. And it was a long, and I'm out of that now. So overall, pretty good day for me so far.
Okay, excellent. Glad to hear. We just had a lengthy Truth Social post here from Trump. There's no way in hell I'm reading all that on air right now. It is about the size of a novel.
Yeah, it's a little lengthy. Yeah,
it's a little lengthy, but go check out Trump's Truth Social. I'll see if I can get a quick summary. But it seems like a little bit of some comments on typical immigration stuff that he likes to discuss. But for now, I'm not going to get too one-sided on that conversation. We got a little bit more selling here in crude, 99.60 a barrel at the moment. We do have Hoopster as well on with us. Hoop, what's going on, man? You got any trades cooking right now? How's the day been for you?
Traded, wrong decisions in the wrong accounts today. Traded my combine pretty decent overnight, and but once I got into MaxFA, I wanted to be long gold. Just had bad trade location a couple times. Wanted to buy that last dip against $48, and here we are now at 48.20. Just in the smaller account too, cattle's a little rougher of a trade because we've talked about it, how it's a little expensive. Was looking for a short up in there and got nicked out a couple times. So down like $300 in the XFA, but the news is just, and trust me, from the guy who's around it 24/7 in chat, and it's wearing me out. It's the markets are just really struggling how to absorb it right now. And maybe we get through tonight, maybe it gets a little bit different, but there goes cattle.
Yeah.
All right, I'm short crude. Just 1 micro.
There we go. Downside target there right now, D? Are you looking for essentially
around 97.15? But okay. I'm going to take it whenever it drops. So if it drops quickly, great. If it starts to mess around, I'll be out. But I want to keep the majority of this profit. So only 1 micro at the end of the day here, because obviously tape bombs and all that. Wide stop, 126.
That's something.
Yeah.
Still.
It is. Yeah.
Not terrible. Nothing to shake your head about.
No, exactly.
Plus, like you said,
the momentum too.
Preserving the green day. Right? Not trying to give a whole lot back. Giving the market a little bit of wiggle room, and on this product, of course, a couple dollars a barrel can happen pretty darn quickly. Seeing some nice momentum. Let's see what this can develop here for you.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. So yeah, the summary, by the way, and the Trump's Truth Social post was basically just talking about our law enforcement. So shout out to all of our law enforcement, any of you viewers here who serve, whether it's in fire, whether it's in police, any type of service, military, we appreciate you. Um, he's talking a little bit more about our servicemen and women and border patrol and ICE and all that stuff. So just a lengthy little post that I don't want to read word for word right now, but it is highlighting a great group of people who do represent the good men and women of our country. So we appreciate y'all. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and take a brief look at the tilt, see if there's any good questions in our group coaching form today. Looks like the heaviest tilt right now is actually 61% long in gold, 58% short in crude, and then about a 50-50 flat tilt in both the ES. NASDAQ, a little heavier on the short side, just 54% short. Nothing too crazy there in the equities. So gold being the longest or highest tilt representation right now. Once again, that is aggregate sim data across Top Steps, so that does not include the live traders. And in addition to that, that is just one pool of traders, not representing sentiment across the whole market. So that is what we're looking like right now. Any size? I'm trying to figure out if there's any size right now above maybe 100 contracts. It's like you got 224 in the S&Ps at 6670 being offered. Outside of that, not seeing a whole lot of large size above about 200. Beneath the market right now in the S&Ps, 276 being bid at 6630. That's about the largest size that I'm seeing. Otherwise, it's all less than 200. But check out the group coaching form. Anything exciting to ask our coaches today? Check out what y'all are cooking up here on this lovely April Fool's Day. I'm sure there's a couple jokesters in there, as there always are.
Would expect no less.
Yeah, I'd expect no less. Chat's been wild today. All been very entertaining. This morning during fast markets was opening call into fast markets was gnarly. Even Jay was like, "All right, y'all, take a deep breath." All right, let's see.
D, is that just more momentum break there? Is that what the short and crude?
Yeah, it's been fighting underneath the value low all day. And now it's trying to show weakness below 100 and below VWAP. So it's mainly momentum, but it's not a breakout. It's more still a mean reversion. Yeah,
that's kind of what
just through the range. Yeah.
Right. Going to the lower end of it. Yep, I get it.
Mm.
Likes being around 100.
It does. They were definitely pinning it there today.
Mm-hmm.
Since about what, 4 a.m. Central?
Yeah.
Started to build a range up there, like 101 to 98.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That midpoint of maybe just a little under or around $100 a barrel. It's definitely been attracted to that today so far. That free fall last night.
Equities. Yeah. And the equities have held bid while it hung around 100 is the other confusing thing too, right? That was just, equities were making new highs and crude was still above 100. So it's, once again, kind of seems like it's comfortable. The market's comfortable with crude being 100, which is scary. But
there's some absorption here.
Yeah.
Right here, right now, 99.30s.
Yep. Let's see who wins.
And when we refer to absorption, D, I know we kind of briefly mentioned this back on, was it Monday? You're referring to a larger size being traded on both sides of the fence and price not really going anywhere, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And then at some point, they either stop doing whatever they're doing and the whole level breaks down, or they cause yet another reversal because these levels have been tested before. So for now, there's a decent amount of size, but nobody's winning.
All right. Well, we'll see if there's a victor to the fight that got going on right now in the crude oil. Once again, Deanna is short 1 micro crude from 99.39. Looking for some downside underneath $98. Current target's at 97.15, but she did say she was going to kind of take what she could as we start to break down if we do get that follow through, trying to preserve that lovely green day in that XFA. Let's take a look at the live leaders before we get into any questions. We do have some live funded traders that we want to highlight today so far from this morning. Shout out to Fernanda. Fernanda up 37 large. Now, Fernanda, if I get some details here, JD was kind enough to put some notes together for me. Fernanda, Fernanda, on 150K live funded account trading NASDAQ and gold primarily, 30 trading days in that live funded account so far. And the best winning day was so far back in the 16th of March for about $39,523. Unlocked a tier 2 live funded account bonus, 6,000 in total bonuses so far for Fernanda. One winning day away from another payout and 114,000 in payouts in March alone. Quite a killer month in March. A hell of a month.
Wow.
And continuing to absolutely rock it. So another 37 large today. Shout out to Glenna as well. Glenna in $24,566. We got Poe, 24,280. Rohit, $16,547. And Christ, up almost 16 large. Christ, up 15, 16 large. So great day there across the board for our live funded traders. As always, there are two sides of the coin. So there are some green traders, but there are also some red traders across the live leaderboards today as we take on some risk here in these markets. But a couple traders definitely doing a great job. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Dan Emmons says PA is bad. Meanwhile, at Top Step, people up 25,000 to 40,000.
Yeah.
Yep. When somebody else defines the price action as garbage, that might be another trader's prime environment. Vice versa.
Correct.
All right. People adding to their longs in in NASDAQ from 24,200 or 24,200. Need some more coffee. My mind is all over the place today.
It's all that tea energy drink.
Struggling to get my words across clearly today.
All right.
Oh, what type of questions do we have today? Looks like we have a couple technical questions regarding to the Top Step X platform. So not a whole lot. If you do have, it looks like Trackstar had a little bit of a question in regards to why some of the higher time frame levels with the tick chart weren't showing. Maybe take a look at our Discord, see if another trader or one of our mods can help you in Discord. Otherwise, reach out to support if you do have a question pertaining to any sort of, let's say, technical bugs regarding your drawing tools. But one thing that you want to make sure that you do have checked when it comes to your drawing tools is you have that little paper clip. So in the very bottom left-hand corner of your toolbar, right by the trash can, that paper clip needs to be enabled to make sure that all new drawings are replicated to the charts and shown when the same ticker is selected. So if you had a couple different charts with a couple different time frames and you want your drawings to be shown on all of those, you do have multiple charts rather than just a single chart enabled. Then make sure that paperclip is enabled. But if you're having any difficulties, reach out to somebody in Discord. Maybe another trader can help you out, or one of our mods, or pull up a support ticket with Wendy. There's the dog.
You heard
Shaking
that
it out there, Hoop.
That was mine.
Yep.
Dee, do you
Alright,
have
so-
time on this one? We always talk. You talk
Yeah.
about time as a level here. Do you?
Well,
Just a time stop on it a little bit for you too. I'm just curious.
yeah, so one of the reasons why I'm in this is because usually around this time you start to see that opposite move for the day.
Yeah, right.
But it has been fairly range bound. So we had a failed auction earlier on, and then it rotated all the way back up. But yeah, so I'm kind of looking for a test of the session lows first and foremost. And then if it's not really doing anything, probably by, let's say another 20 minutes or so, then I'm probably going to bail wherever it is. Because it should show up by then.
Right.
Not getting that follow through so far here. Building a little bit of a base. We did just have a new 5-minute bar close higher than the previous 5 minutes. Now kind of back around 99.40s. See if we can get a little bit more follow through in crude markets. D short from 99.39, hovering right back around the entry currently. Session lows, by the way, would take us to roughly about the $98 mark. We do have kind of the 7 a.m. central low. Obviously, the opening bell wasn't there quite yet for crude, but we do have 9:30 lows around 98.21. But yeah, that $98 region, I think, would be a good first target for crude if you are looking to the short side. See how market responds when we get back down there. If we do,
And there's one of my dogs as well, scratching to come into the office.
let me in.
Yeah, he's
Let
deaf
me
though,
in.
so I can't even tell him to get out.
You won't know the difference.
No, he's just gonna keep scratching. He's the most stubborn dog that I've ever had in my life. He's a King Charles Cavalier, ancient at this point. And when he wants something, he will just keep beating you with your paw until he gets it.
Oh,
Dee, are you
dogs.
watching
I
the
may have to
equities at
jump
all
and
along
get
with the
him.
crude?
Yeah,
Are you?
yeah, I
are
have
you
it on my
looking at the
other
correlation?
screens.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, if you see this big blue thing on the bottom, so I have it set a certain way. So I have gold correlation with ES here. Then I have crude oil correlation with GC because that's what I'm interested in. Oh, this looks newsy. Okay.
Little bit of wiggle here.
Yeah.
It was a nice tiny little sweep. What you gonna do?
We do have a couple. I mean, this is from Israeli broadcasting. So I'm not sure the credibility behind this, but the Juice has a couple things from Israeli broadcasting. And Israel does not believe an agreement will be reached between Iran and the U.S. U.S. and Israel do have plans to escalate the war in case negotiations fail. Citing another Israeli source coming from the Israeli Broadcasting Authority, concerns are growing that Trump will be satisfied with the operation's achievements and declare it over. Looks like Iranian official, an important letter by President Pezeshkian to the American people will be released in a few hours. So, of course, we do have some anticipating things happening today. We do have Trump speaking this evening. Pretty much all major broadcasting networks here in the U.S. are going to be taking advantage of putting that up for us to view. Actually, is there a time on that? Hoop, have you seen a time or is there just a tentative
I
right
think
now?
it's 9 p.m. Eastern is what I was hearing. So that'll be on slow markets. They'll catch a piece of that.
9 p.m. Eastern, you are correct. 8 p.m. Central. President Trump is speaking about the Iran conflict here in D.C. Slow markets, Coast Dakota. That'll be a great time to tune in. And near the back end of that session, typically starting at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Usually goes for about an hour and a half. So kind of partly into back third of that session tonight with Dakota right here in Top Tip TV. Get those comments. We do have a feed. We could try to pipe it in. We'll check in with Dakota tonight. Micro Bitcoin having the fourth red bar in a row here on the 5-minute chart, back underneath 69,000, 68,760 last trade. Silver and gold both kind of consolidating near the highs of session. Silver looking like it wants to pop and make a new session high. I do so as we speak here. S&P just made a new session high briefly, 66.53 last trade in SPOOs. 24,340s right now, a base being built in the NASDAQ across the last 15, 20 minutes. Silver getting quite close to making a new high, 76.11 last trade here in SI. Gold trading 48.15s.
Yeah.
29.53s here in crude. Any particular levels that you're interested in here, Hoop? I know you're talking about looking at gold a little bit.
Yeah,
Anything that you're
that
spotting?
48 even. Yeah, the 48 even was kind of a level from before. Gold sometimes will go a little bit deeper. I mean, you're coming up against COMEX settlement here in about 5 minutes. I might get a little stingier and get like 47.85 if we got there. Maybe get a little bit of a sell off into the settle, but right now with the kind of the way we pivoted yesterday and today, Gabe, I have a hard time shorting gold right now. Again, it's kind of up to its old things. You can see in the 30-minute, you start getting 4, 5, 6 directional bars going to the upside, and we've seen that happen a couple times last night. I think the biggest thing, like Hogue was talking about this morning, was maybe seeing a little more volume in there. I was watching the guys last night when I don't know, D, if you saw that, there was a 700 lot that got filled on the big contract last night at 47.35. And I'm like, wow, somebody's firing 700 lots and I know you're into the Asia session, but I once again, I just was surprised that big order was flying that time of night. But you might know better than me. Why would, to me, it's a little less illiquid to me at night. Any guesses of why somebody be shooting that size at night?
I mean, I wasn't really watching it, but
Yeah.
I do know that China has a penchant of buying gold overnight with quite some size, and that's been happening for a
Yeah.
very, very long time. We do have some development on the daily and weekly time frames. I was talking about this on my show. So we had this accumulation that was happening for quite an extended number of days. And we had, attempts at taking it higher and then kept failing. So I said, if we ever get into these candles here, that we have a pretty clean way up, like just from a technical perspective, back up to 5,000. There's really nothing in the way when you look at the large time frames. So that's why I wasn't surprised when I saw gold and copper also kind of following the to the upside. And why would they trade overnight? Well, maybe, obviously we don't know for sure, but I would be hypothesizing that it is the Chinese just buying gold again after, a big drop and a bit of a breather. That's one possible theory, but we'll never know. So
no, I miss knowing. Sorry. It was an advantage. I don't know if it's an advantage or just knowing.
The only short-term level in gold that I would really be considering right now for any possible place to maybe limit some risk and try to nibble on a short would be like 4,900. Just because it was a pretty major pivot that we've made in the last. Go back and looking at like the 1 hour chart. So that pretty big sell off that we had back on the 18th, leading into the overnight of the 19th session. 48 kind of 50 to 4,900. That's the only level nearby right now, aside from getting right back up to, like D said, 5,000. Big round hole number, big base that we built between 5,000 and kind of 50, 75 back in mid-March, 15th through the 18th. And then we sold off. And then if you look on the,
48.50. If you look at the entire chain, in the options. That is on how I kind of look at things.
Right.
That is pretty close to a gamma flip. So this is all just negative gamma happenings. And then we have the exhaustion of the statistical average to the upside at 48.64, 65, let's say. So yeah, I probably wouldn't be doing anything until we're there either with shorts. The only thing that's going to maybe shake it out briefly is this COMEX fade. But how big of a move can we have? That's the only question here. Because sometimes the fade, if it's against everything that's happening on the day, tends to be a bit of a non-event, and then they just carry on.
Right.
Like you get a fade, but it's a crappy fade.
If the non-farm number comes out Friday, I could see us so easily hitting 5,000 again pretty easy.
Oh yeah, I agree. Any excuse, right? Now you're up to 5K.
Right.
All right, so all of that fighting that we've had on crude oil, Delta has not moved. Oops, what happened here?
I got logged out.
Yeah, so did I.
Hoops for a second.
Yeah, mine's up.
We're back in.
Wait, hold on.
So all that fighting in crude right now in the last 15, 20 minutes, is that where you're...
And Delta just
stayed...
It just stayed flat. And now that they're trying to sell it again, is dipping again. So Delta is basically more aggressive selling, keeps stepping into the whole price action story. We'll see. We still need some momentum here.
If we can get underneath this little 5-minute low and stay under this maybe 99.20s, might get some follow through here. A little bit of wiggle here in gold in the last 5 minutes too, by the way. Kind of made it a high just around 48.19, back down to about 48.12 currently.
You saying the gold is twerking for us?
Yeah, gold's twerking. Crude's peaking beneath the prior low here. 99.10s last trade per barrel here. Let's see if we get under 99 a barrel even. JKX in chat says NBT potential bounce off of the 600s here. Little pivot we made around 10 a.m. also around those 68,600s, but while we're waiting for a little bit of continuation and follow through here, we do have a little bit of news. We had that ADP private payroll company number this morning earlier. Let's go ahead and take a look at what that number was, get a little recap here. What do we got for news, JD?
That's right. The private sector added 62,000 jobs in March. The biggest bump was in healthcare and education, which added 58,000 jobs. That gain, however, was negated by a loss of just as many paychecks in trade, transportation, and utilities. Good weather and data centers builds helped add 30,000 jobs in the construction sector. Average raises came in at 4.5%, and people who got new jobs saw a 6.6% boost to their pay. ADP does not have access to every company's payroll and can't see the public sector. The official jobs report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics can vary from it significantly. That number comes out on Friday.
Right. Thank you, JD. So, Ian, ES is getting smacked. Man, we're only down like 5 points in the last 5 minutes, right? You sounded like Andre.
30-second chart.
You sounded like Andre for a second.
Falling apart.
A market order McHugh over there.
Yeah.
We're selling off. Although crude is selling off. We're getting a little test of that 99 even level. Trying here. We are seeing both the equities and crude roll over a little bit right now, which is a little unique. We've been seeing a lot of that inverse correlation at play lately, but right now we're seeing a little similar direction in the last 5 minutes. See how long that lasts. Silver did make a new high, by the way. We're trading above 76.15 right now. We did peak and made a high of just around 76.24. Gold trading lower, though. 48.10s right now trading out in the gold market. We are looking at that 4,800 level per hoop level he's been keeping his eye on. We'll see what we look like as we approach their micro Bitcoin new 5-minute lows as well. Markets are selling off just a little bit here. 66.48s in the S&Ps, 310s just beneath 310 here. 306 is trading out in the Nasdaq. Silver pulling off the highs, gold rolling over just a little bit. New 5-minute bar has closed. Crude failed to close beneath the previous 5-minute low. We wicked underneath it, right back to 99.20. He's still a little bit in the money here. 20 cents in the money on this one MCL.
Yeah, they tried to go higher and then stopped. So we'll see.
Do have the Bank of Canada meeting minutes that is taking place here in the past 5 minutes. So there are some comments coming across. If you are interested in going to look at what the Bank of Canada has to say about their economy.
Yep. Canada is pretty important for crude oil pricing, although I don't know. The headline risk kind of eclipses everything. So they're like, yeah, whatever. And then they just do whatever they're going to do. When I looked at the bigger contract earlier, I didn't really see any bigger orders until like 98, which would kind of align with the drop to near the session lows, just below that. Actually, this is Asia lows, and then maybe London lows.
I'm
We'll
long on
see what
micro
happens
gold.
there. Okay.
Right nearby that 4,800 level here, Hoop.
Yeah, getting a little. I don't know if we'll get that swipe. If we do, I probably don't want to be in it. Is kind of my feeling. It's right underneath this consolidation right here at, right around $48. Let's see if we get a bounce. If not, this could be a quick. Fuck you. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I like the location. I like the breathing room that
Yeah.
you're giving your stop to. Kind of
Yeah.
just a little, $5 under 4,800. I
Yep.
guess we do try to peak below that 5-minute low from like 9:15.
Mhm. Yep. One news bomb can take care of it all, right?
100%.
What's the time? Okay. I'm gonna give
We're
this
just hanging up good.
few more minutes. Yeah, it's kind of exhibiting range-based behavior today all day.
Yes. Especially since the New York session, really.
Yeah. I was saying nothing is
Right.
moving. Oh, it's moving, just not very
A
fast.
whole lot.
Yeah. It's the speed.
Patience.
Everybody wants it quick.
Yeah, right now, right here.
Let's go.
Where's the Lambo?
That's why the NASDAQ is very popular.
It's very true. Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Yep.
you usually know pretty quick if you're right or wrong.
If you're looking
Just
for
to
a bitch slap,
recap.
NASDAQ is your product.
Yep.
Deanna.
Sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're good.
Yeah.
We got D
I'm trying
short
to keep
one
it
MCL. Yeah, I mean, I hope there's nobody under 18 years old watching us, but you never know.
I don't think so.
Getting a little bit of a bid here. NASDAQ trading just about a little under 20 points higher from where we just peaked. Lows there. 24 320s trading out 66.49 in the S&Ps. Crude oil still hanging right around 99.08. He is short from 99.39, so a little bit in the money there, about 30 cents. Hoop did get long, 48.05, essentially just underneath 48.05. Gold now bidding up around 48.08 currently, and silver building the base around 76.10. Bitcoin MBT also making a little bit of a inside bar here in the last 5 minutes. We are about to close a new 5-minute candle here in a few seconds. 68,655 here. Sod buster. Hey man, I'm the least of your concerns. I don't have much of a filter.
Yeah.
On TV, I try, but
Right.
We all try. Oh boy, do we try. If you only knew.
Come on, crude.
gold trading above
Fine. We're
48.10 now,
underneath
48.11s. We're under 99s, indeed. Crude finally
Yeah.
getting a little bit more sustained selling. We'll see if we can close underneath 99. That'll be the telltale sign here, I think, as we close up this hour. Really struggling to get underneath, but as we saw earlier in the morning, I mean, there was a lot of back and forth, a lot of a fight going on between this 98.50, 99.50, back between 9 and 10 a.m. Central. So I don't think it's going to cut through it like a hot knife on butter. It could, but you have to have a pretty decent size imbalance here to get underneath with the quickness.
Dave, it sounds like you're finding some interest. When you say silver, you're saying it with a little bit of interest. Are you looking
silver?
at silver again?
Oh, hell no. No, I
No?
am not touching
Okay.
silver. No, I
Okay.
still haven't touched silver. Surprisingly, I haven't touched the hot stove since it burned me.
Right.
What
Okay.
was it, a little month and a half, 2 months ago?
During the insanity. Yeah. hmm
Yeah. That's the last time I touched
Sometimes those markets
silver.
call back to you, right? You hear them, they're like, come trade me. Come trade me. I'm like, no, no. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at C-Ball. It's like VIX for commodities. You can find that on the CME website. Once platinum settles down and gets to, let's say, 33, 35, maybe it's going to be tradable again. Did I say platinum or silver? I just
You
heard
said
myself.
I heard platinum.
Yeah, why did I say platinum? Silver, I meant. Somebody asked me about platinum today, and I don't know, it just stayed in my head. Once silver gets to about 33 volatility, then maybe we can look at it again. But on prop, without a huge balance, actual balance, I just don't see how you can stay under like billionth % of risk of ruin on it. It would literally just be, you know, if you survive a couple trades, just go like, oh my God, thank you, and then just close it and don't look at it. But yeah, so it's still very crazy, not very suitable. It's not a true micro. Maybe if we get 100 ounce silver, I can't speak today either, Gabe. Yeah, if we get 100 ounce silver, that might be better. But it doesn't seem to be taking off as well as I was hoping. So the volume is still pretty low.
It's only doing like 5,000 contracts a day.
Yeah,
but it's
not
got the
bad enough.
coolest name. Its symbol is SICK.
Sick.
S-I-C-K. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
sick.
May. Yep. Yep.
It's like Cockney slang over here. Yeah, man, May is sick. It's sick, innit?
I can't remember what generation really made that come to life or started using that.
It was in the 90s, so it was about my generation. When we were teenagers, we started saying, oh yeah, mate, man, sick. It's really sick. And then it really took off in the early 2000s. Everybody was saying it.
Getting a little bit of follow through here in the equities and crude, by the way. We got about a 5-point move here in the S&Ps, bounced off 66.50. Now trading 66.46s. We got NASDAQ also trading about 25 points lower here. Topped at around 330, now trading 305s. We got crude trying to hold steady here. We got 30 seconds until this 5-minute bar closes. Are we going to get our first 5-minute bar closure in the last 15 underneath 99? We'll find out. Deanna is short 1 MCL still from 99.39. Hoop is long 48.04s. Currently, gold is trading 48.09, just close to 48.10 here. And silver did pop and make a new high there briefly across the session highs. Just closed at 96.20, the last 5-minute bar that we just got. And micro Bitcoin also hanging right around 68,640. There's a little bit of a short tilt building here in the S&P and the NASDAQ. We got a 61% short tilt in the SPOOs and 64% short tilt in NASDAQ. Crude oil has calmed down a little bit, 57% short and a 53% long tilt in gold. Gold at the beginning of this hour was the heaviest tilt with about a 61% long tilt. It's backed off quite a bit.
You know what? I'm gonna move my target to 98.
Okay.
Like it.
Because this is not some massive trade that I'm planning. It's like
Right.
literally like a scalp into the settlement. I'm gonna tighten up the risk a bit as well.
And that's a little tougher for you because you're a 4-hour, 5-hour person, and you start to realize, hey, if that's not the trade, right? You got to adjust to it. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think one of my strengths is that if I'm not getting my big trades on the day, if I identify it's more of like a range type situation, I don't suffer from like holding on to something that should be a scalp. So I used to.
Right.
It used to be pretty difficult for me kind of to switch personalities like that. But now I think because I'm so data based, it's like, well, this is not a swing. It's just a small trade, and it's also a time of day, right? So at best, I usually hold these maybe 90 minutes, and then that's it. And then that's kind of short for me, right? It's like, oh, only 90 minutes, thing. Yeah.
We get some new lows here. We're starting to continue to drift here. We got about what, 1, 2, 3, like 5, 25 minutes worth of selling here in crude. Just a slow, steady waterfall down. Micro Bitcoin looking like it wants to pop a new 5-minute low here with the S&P and the NASDAQ. Hoop on that gold long from 48.04s, knowing we're kind of failing to get any sort of momentum higher. How you feeling about your 47.94 stop?
I'm okay with it. Aaron trades gold a lot, and I think one thing he said the other day too is watching the hourly candles. I'll probably have a good idea at the top of the hour if this trade has some legs to it, or I'm going to get stopped out, to be honest. So at times I try and not, I call it Tommy Boy the trade. I'm going to accept the risk. But once again, I just kind of, to me, I think right at this level right now, I'll really probably get a clearer picture when we get more towards the top of the hour, if maybe we can go and push towards those highs. And once again, it's this vicious wheel of like, here's crude's starting to lose a little steam, equities start to get a little bit of a pop. The question is gold's kind of been, I think Andre said it earlier, gold's kind of been a little bit of its mind on its own today. So let's see. Once again, we're kind of a weird zone. It's COMEX settle, so it acts a little bit different, but crude looks good right now. Just kind of grinding lower.
Yeah. Absolutely. Few minutes left here as we close out this hour together. Man, we got some more action coming up. I know we have Vinny Two Ticks, Coach Vince, coming to hang out with us during the 1 p.m. segment. And then we got Mandy coming to hang out with Andre in Dolby Time for Power Hour.
Nice.
Market Order McHugh back at it with another Green Day, of course, in his XFA. Love seeing that. I know he's riding that train. I think he's on like an 11-day, 12-day heater right now.
Nice.
It's always fun.
You're reading it.
All right, equities making a new 5-minute low here. Nasdaq testing the 24,300. Got 66.44s in the S&Ps trading right now. Crude oil trading underneath 98.80 a barrel. 77's currently trading.
Okay, I'm out.
Out.
We just had like a whole bunch of orders that kicked off, so that could be, and the volume that came in is a little bit higher than I would have liked for like a nice controlled move down. So Delta started to be a bit more reactive to whatever orders we just got. So for now, I don't really want to keep holding because crude oil can kind of come back at you for like 100 ticks. And I held this for long enough, right? I've held this for most of the segment. That was not exactly the trade that I was looking for. I was looking for quicker momentum shakeout. And we're just not getting there. It's kind of like a grind, then it's a grind, then they're absorbing, then they pop up, and then they're absorbing, then they drop. There's just no commitment there. So I don't want this to
Very
come back to my face.
uncrude-like.
And yeah, exactly. And it
Very
might continue,
uncrude.
but it's just not what I was. It's not what it feels like they're waiting and drifting rather than committed move. Like, this is where we are. This is where we're hedging. It's kind of like, yeah, we might get there. And it's like, I've been waiting for what, 40 minutes? It's long enough. So yeah.
Yeah, got a headline coming across
There you
here.
go.
Trump threatened to stop weapons for Ukraine unless Europe joined the Hormuz coalition.
Yeah.
Markets are very
Hormuz coalition.
anticipating when news is coming now.
Didn't really do a whole lot. I mean, crude just dipped below a new 5-minute low here, 98.65 here, last trade in crude. See if any momentum picks up here.
Probably
Slice
why
through
they
these
kicked off a
98s.
bunch of orders. It's the algos. Quickly, he's talking.
You know, I'm about ready to cut mine too because it's got a
Yeah.
news feel to it right now.
Yeah.
A little uniqueness though.
Little
We're
jumpy.
seeing a little
Yep.
jumpy, not a whole lot, but a little jumpy. The only other thing that I'm really noticing, a little continuation here in the equities. 42s trading in S&Ps. All right. Oops, flat on that gold
cut it.
trade. A couple dollars per ounce there in profit. Nice cut. We'll see if,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these markets look like they want to roll over right now. I mean, there's
Yep.
no
I might be
buyers
wrong,
showing
too.
up really anywhere right now. I mean, in terms of, I
And
should
that's
say,
more
there
of it,
are
right?
buyers participating. There's an auction taking place, but the buyers aren't really doing anything with the market. It's just mainly
Hmm.
just this slow bleed lower.
Yep.
Interesting.
Anyways, I'm happy
hours.
with my day. So
Yeah, absolutely, D. I mean,
I think
nothing
I'm
wrong with the
done.
$800 day.
Yeah.
$800 day in the XFA.
Yeah.
That's a great
Yeah,
great.
it's all
Was
right.
it Wednesday? Tuesday or Wednesday? Wednesday.
Yeah. It's Wednesday,
Wednesday.
I think.
Oh yeah.
But don't ask me.
Get
I
that
thought it was
coffee,
Tuesday
Gabe.
on a Monday. So
Yeah. Before trade with Top Step, I'm gonna have to go grab some caffeine.
yeah.
I'm on like day 8 right now of no nicotine, which is throwing me through an absolute whirlwind this last week. But I'm making it over the hump of that first week. So if you can get over
Yeah, I
that,
think it
I'll
gets
be
easier around week 3, I think it is. The physical
Yeah.
addiction goes away.
2 to 3 is typically when my body starts
Mhm.
to hit the switch. Appetite comes
Yeah.
back full
Literal-
force. Energy's back to normal. All right. See Vinny Two Ticks back in the green room. I'm gonna hang out with us
Got
for
his
Trade with Top
timestamp
Step.
machine ready.
JD. Yep. Oh yeah.
There it goes.
right,
Josh
NASDAQ
is making fun
peaking.
of me.
Oh yeah.
What day is it, D? I don't know, man.
Where are we?
First
NASDAQ
day.
peaking
Yeah. There they are. See,
under.
they're like jumping back in now. Longs. So
Yeah. Yeah. Crude oil made a little peak beneath 98.62, but now we're about 15 cents higher here.
yeah.
little bit of an inside bar building here. 30 seconds till this 5-minute bar closes. NASDAQ also try to make a little quick run underneath 24,300, finding some buyers right now. S&P's trading 66.44 still. Hopefully we get a little bit more volume and commitment into the next couple of hours of the day. Last couple hours of the regular trading hours here.
Good cut, D.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them stepping in, and I'm like, I don't like this. Do not like that at all.
And there is a new 5-minute bar, inside bar formed, but that's the first green bar in a 5-minute time frame in crude in the last 6 candles. So we're back around that $99 price point here in crude. We're going to go ahead and make some room for Trade with Top Step. We got Coach Vince coming to hang out with JD and myself. I'm going to step away and grab a little bit of caffeine to get me through this day, but we got action coming up, hopefully some volume. Headlines are flying. Been a little bit of a dormant group coaching session, but that's okay. I'm sure we'll hear some more as the president gets closer to his speaking time this evening. Once again, Trump speaks at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central right here. You can find Coach Dakota in Slow Markets catching those headlines with y'all. But in the meantime, Deanna, Coach Hoop, thank you both for spending some time with us. As always, love being here with you. Chat, stick around. We're going to take a brief break. This is Top Step TV. Let's get it.